Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving with the data analysis or visualization step by step for the e-commerce transaction sales data set. This is the most popular like the domain in AI. So why we do the e-commerce like the e-commerce transactions analysis? Because like let's say you are the stakeholder, you have a clothing stores online, right? You are selling the online. You are interested to know about the from which country most of the sales are happening, right? And the second thing, you want to know what kind of the feedback the user is giving. Third, you want to understand whether the customer is buying the high value purchase product or a regular purchase product. Or the next thing, maybe you are interested which product category is sold most of the time. So these all like the kind of insights help you to decide on which area you need to focus right now, like on the marketing section, on customer segmentation section, or on the sales transaction section. So you can understand it, and you it all these like the insights will help you take the informed decisions so you can increase your revenue. That's why we do these insights, and by visualization you can do the recommendation to the stakeholder. And this is the most popular topic, and this video is perfect for the beginner, because today by using this data set you will first try understand how you can do the data analysis or visualization for the e-commerce transaction data set. And then you can pick up the complex data set, that is Amazon sales data set. I have already uploaded the video for that one. After watching this video you can watch that video too, so you will become very strong in the e-commerce sales insights. And then you can pick up any data set, first cry, Flipkart, Amazon, your Etsy. There are many data set available based on the e-commerce platform. I will try to show you the today first your like the analysis univariate, bivariate, and then the sales on the trend, sales on the based on the trends like over the time. And then we will do the sentimental analysis too, based on the review provided or feedback provided by the customer on your products. Okay, so it contains the 50,000 records, 17 columns. These are the four mandatory libraries we are importing. That is Pandas NumPy we use for data manipulation. Seaborn and Matplot we use for data visualization. This library we use to ignore the warnings. That's why I'm importing it. If you want, you can import it. Otherwise, there is a no problem. And then we are loading the data set here. I'm using the Google Colab, so I have set the path. If you're using your local environment, you need to set the path according to that. And then we will make the copy of the your original data set, because we don't want to make any changes in your existing data set. Okay. And then here we are just showing the using head method, the top 5 records of your e-commerce sales data set. Here it contains transaction ID, user name, age, from which country they are placing the order, product category, purchase amount, which payment method they are using, right? Debit card, PayPal, credit card, UPI, transaction date, on which date they have, review content, review length, sentimental score, right? So we have a lot of values here or columns. Now look at this using the info method. It is telling us how many records, how many columns, and what is the data type of your each record. It contains integer, object, float, boolean data type here, right? So this is giving you the clear picture about your data set. This is your first job, to understand about your data set. Either it is an e-commerce data set or any other data set. If you don't understand about the features, you can never do the good analysis, and you can never bring out the good insights out of the data set, because you need to understand the data set first. And you can talk to your domain expertise. I will again say, if you want to learn more at a more deeper level, then you can also watch my other video too, data analysis step by step, that I have chosen in that the transaction platform, the finance domain. This is e-commerce domain. Okay. So then we are going to just check the missing value too. So this is the missing value. You are going to check the missing value here. Okay. There is a no missing value. Everything is good to go. Then we will check the duplicate value using the duplicated method. No duplicate, it's good to go. If there is a some like the here you have the duplicate values, you can drop them without any second thought, because duplicate values have a no use in the model building. Describe method. This is we use to check the statistics of the your like the all features, like distribution of the data set, mean, standard deviation, minimum value, maximum value. This work right now, it is working only for the your numerical data. Look at this transaction ID. You have a 50,000 transaction ID. Minimum transaction is of ID is starting with the 1 and then 50,000. This is not useful information for us. So age is a useful information. So mean value is 43. This means the average age of the customer from your 50,000 records, the average age who is buying your product is age is 43-year-old. And maximum age, the people who is buying your product, that is 70-year-old. So you have the middle age, young age might be, we can look at the minimum age 18. So you have a all ages group who is buying your product, right? This will help you. Now your goal is to it is giving you the idea, like you can draw the one insight which will tell you which age group is buying which type of the product most of the time, right? So this is the way you need to think. And then we have a purchase amount here. Your maximum purchase amount, they are buying 100, you can say 100 rupees or $100. Okay, not 190, sorry, $1,000 or 1,000 rupees. Okay, so here we have a minimum, they are buying for $5 or maybe 5 rupees your purchase. So it is giving you also very useful insight and so on. Okay, so this is the way, that's why describe method is very useful. And 25%, 50%, 75% is interquartile range. If you want to make understand this, then you can watch my statistics playlist. I will definitely share the playlist link here in the description in this notebook too. So when you download it, so you can just click and understand it at the same time, and then you can continue your this work. Okay, so you don't need to wait. Here we will, your first goal is to convert your transaction date. It is coming up right now with the here object data type. So your goal is to just convert it into date and time actually, which is very important. Okay. So what we will do, we will use the pandas 2 underscore date time feature. And then we will pick up this one, convert it and put it into the again the EDA. And here I'm dropping the username and transaction ID. Why? Because this there is a no use. What you will learn from this, what insight you will do that, because we are not interested actually, even your stakeholder is not interested in the name or ID. It is not going to give you useful information. If you found these two columns in your e-commerce data set or in any other, you can drop them. Okay. Now we can, if you want, we can look for the after conversion this data set again by using info method. Here we go. So no two columns, we are left with the 15 columns. And now let's check the transaction data and see it's now converted from object to date and time nanosecond. This is we want. So we can draw the graph. We cannot draw the graph trend over the time using object data type of your transaction date. It's not possible. Okay. So you need to convert it into the date and time first. This is important. Now we will start with the univariate analysis. Okay, what is univariate analysis? This is when you want to show the single feature distribution. Okay, that is called univariate. So first of all, we are going to plot the univariate your distribution for the categorical column. I want to look for the univariate distribution for the product category. Which product category, the count of that sold most of the time. This is the most basic e-commerce transaction insight. Whenever the stakeholder will look on that, he will get an idea. I need to work on this section. If there, like if I will make you understand first, look at this. So beauty products are selling less than the other all categories. So a stakeholder can think now, how should I work on this product? Why these are not selling? These are selling less than the other products. So They can increase the revenue here. They can add the more products. Maybe they can choose the another brand to sell it, which the customers like most of the time. So you need to think in that way too. Okay, so that's why we are doing this univariate analysis first. Okay, so I have chosen the country to review content too. Okay, based on that, we are using here your bar plot and running the loop on that. Enumerate means we are just because this is the way I have created the list, so it will pick up the list automatically based on the column, and then it will start to do the count plot here. We are choosing the value count index. So here I wanted to highlight this thing. This is actually very important. What the student does, they forgot to do the group by or value count based on the index. They just directly pass on that. The reason is in that case it won't show you the like the value correctly. It's very important when you are showing the insight of the categorical data, you need to group by it. The reason, because many products from the toys in your 50,000 record, toys are coming many time, right? It is coming many time, but we want to show here in the group the total count. That's why you need to do the value count and then the index. Based on that, you will draw the graph. Okay, here you can see on this graph it is showing the toy is the your product category which is like sold most of the time. Customer, this means it might be customer is like buying more toys from your shop, and then electronics, then sports, then books. So it is giving the clear vision to your stakeholder about their product category, which is sold most of the time. Now they can, if they are looking at it, 6,000, right? We can take it here, 62,000. We can make it little bigger to show you. So let me drag it here on this side. Here we go. Then we will not be able to do that. Let me increase it a little bit. Okay. Okay. So now if you look at this is the toys, right? Most of the time sold beauty. Beauty is the least, like the coming at the bottom. So this means customers are not buying the more beauty product than the other one. So your stakeholder might can work on this section. It is giving him the clear vision. So this is your first visualization how you can do that. This is obvious when you have a e-commerce sales data set, you will have the product column there too. Okay. So this will solve your that problem. The next one is distribution of the country. It will help your stakeholder to understand from which country most of the orders are placed. This is very good, right? Then he can focus on that country more and do the more additions in other country too, and find out the reason why it is not selling in other countries like this country, right? If we look at it, Canada has the highest sales of your product. Okay, this is above your 5,000 transactions. Okay, and then Mexico, Germany, India, France, Australia, USA, Japan, UK, and then Brazil. So your stakeholder will get the clear idea. Okay, so this is very useful insight. And then if you look at this distribution of review content, so it will tell you like product is okay, decent for the price. So it will give you the based on the actually the review content, because when people are buying the product online, they give the review, right, by typing the review. So based on those words, you can also bring a useful insight. So it will give the idea to your stakeholder what kind of the review coming most of the time, and he can pick up, you can pick up the, even being a data analyst, you can pick up that word and work on that at a deeper level analysis. Right now product is okay, decent for the price. So this means your stakeholder will understand the prices are genuine, right? So the customers are buying the products more from like the most of the time from your store because your prices are genuine, right? So this will very like helpful. Okay, now we will do the numerical like the analysis univariate. Here we have the age column, we have the purchase amount. So now look at this. We are plotting the histogram plot based on the age. It will give you the clear picture, the age distribution of which age group is buying, doing the shopping most of the time from your store. Look at this. This is the distribution of age 20 to 70, and this is your histogram plot, and this line is showing you the average distribution of the data. Age between your 20 age group is doing the more like the transactions, it's buying the more products, its account is 1750 above, right? But if you look at this 30, this is also there, but if we look at the graph carefully, this seems to be more than the other all, right? So which age group is this one? 40. So the age group 40 is like doing the more transactions. Okay. So this is going the another very beautiful like the insight for your stakeholder. He will get a idea about the age group too. And look at this purchase amount. This will give the idea to your stakeholder, like the count, this is a purchase amount from $0 to 1,000, or maybe 0 rupee to rupees to 1,000 rupees, right? Purchase amount of your product. So most of the product, even the people are buying the 1,000 rupees or $1,000 purchase amount too, right? It can be any unit. I'm assuming it in a general. Okay. Whenever you are using your e-commerce data, you can assume that, but you can use the same strategy and you can draw the same graph. And look at this 400, 600 is also have a good purchase, right? So these graphs are giving the univariate analysis is just giving you the insights, distribution of the purchase amount, age group, in which country you have the most of the sales, they are like buying the products, and then which product is sold most of the time, and the based on the review content too. So you have done so many useful insights for your stakeholder. It will give the idea to the stakeholder, he can focus on that. He can target the age group 40, right? They are buying most of the product. Now we will work on the bivariate, where we are using the two features actually. Okay. So here we will picking up the here I'm just using the checking the my purchase amount, like if there is any error. Okay. Your purchase amount, if we go back, let's go back. Look at is here. This is purchase month. This is a purchase amount. So being a data analyst, you can check some errors. Sometimes the value given in the amount, it contains like some characters along with the amount, right? So you can check that using this one. So you don't face any problem during the visualization. You need to convert it into numeric first and pass the errors is equals to chorus. If there is any problem happening, if there is any special character by mistakenly in the database or in your data set, it will handle it automatically and convert your float value to numeric automatically. Because otherwise, if I will use for the 50,000 records, I'm going to use float values, then your graph will not look visually good. Okay, so that's why I'm converting into this one to show you the graph more beautifully. This is the reason we are converting it into the numeric. Okay, and then here you have the calculate average purchase amount. Okay, calculate and then we will print it. We will calculate the average purchase amount. This is very important, right? Because we are interested to know about the to look at the average purchase amount based on the product category. This is the another your beautiful insight. This will give the idea to the stakeholder what is the average purchase amount based on the like your each product category. Like let's say toys, what is the average purchase amount by the customer, what at what of what amount the toy is selling most, like $20, $30 are sold most of the time, or maybe $100, or maybe 100 rupees or 1,000 rupees. Okay, it can be any unit. So that's why we are just calculating the average purchase amount. Student most oftenly actually forgot this. They are directly draw the graph without doing the group by actually. Okay, you need to do the group by again, I'm saying, because because if you have the toy category, it doesn't mean only one customer is buying the toy from the toy category, right? There can be the 10,000 records out of the 50,000 records which belong to the toy category. So you need to do the group by first. That's why we are doing it here. This is very important. First, you will do the group by product category, and then you will take the average amount of the purchase amount. Based on that, you will draw the graph. Now we will you plot the bar plot here. Passes the y-axis equals to average purchase category value and the average purchase by category on the x-axis. This is the value I'm printing. So look at this clothing. This is showing on the x-axis. Y-axis is your average purchase amount. I have printed the labels of the average purchase amount at the top for your convenience. So you can look at it. Now look at this. The clothing product category has the highest purchase amount, average $509.52, right? Or maybe the rupees 509 to 52. The lowest purchase is for your electronics. So this is also giving the very good idea to your stakeholder. Average amount, the people are spending this much amount on which product category. So he can keep those within that amount, he can keep the more products, right? To increase their revenue. That's why this graph is very, very useful for them. Okay. And now we will look for the average, the spend per country. This is based on the product category, average, like the amount they are spending the money, but we will also look which country is spending most, like the money to do the sales transaction, to buying the more products. So you need to do the group by country now, and then look at this result. So this is USA and Germany. We will look at the highest value or lowest value. So USA is doing the more average purchase amount by the country. This is 510. And then here you have the least one is your Germany. So it will give you the clear idea about it, right? Based on the country, which country is spending how much average amount of the money to buying your products. This is another useful information, right? For your stakeholder. So your stakeholder can now take the decision and keep and look for that country specifically, which product they are buying most and how much money they are spending on an average, right? So that's why this graph is very, very useful. And after that, look at this one. So this is a age versus purchase amount. This is another very useful graph because whenever you start any e-commerce store, you are more interested to know about the age of the person and which age group is buying which product, right? And how much money they are going to spend. Maybe the younger the age between 18 to 20, they are spending more money. They are buying the more expensive product. The age between above the 70, they are buying the less expensive product. Maybe they are also buying the most expensive product, right? You are more interested in that. So this is another useful insight for it, for because we have a very big data. So now what I'm doing, I'm plotting the hexagon graph here. It will make you very beautiful understanding based on the color palette. Okay. Darker the color, younger age. Highest the color, the lighter the color, uh, more older person, right? 70, above 70. So here look at this. So we are using the hexagon, EDF age, then the purchase amount. Okay. So this is the age between your 20 to maybe less than 20, we can consider, and then 70. Okay. So if we look at this is a your count. So what is the higher count of the age? This is the one, this. So here the lighter one, look at this. The age group of 20, this one, right? They are spending more money, right? They are spending more money. This means their purchasing amount is around $1,000. And if you look at this, the age between 70, they are also near like the 1,000, but they have a more all around, right? This color. So between 400 to 600 dollar too, and between 800 to this one too. So this is going to give you the clear picture. Okay, so this graph is very, very useful. I tried the scatter plot too, but it was too messy. So I am going to show this one. So it is helping you to understand. If you want to label the count with the here age, okay, so it will make more sense to that one. Okay, here we can convert it into this one age. So that will make more sense. So this is showing the age. Darker the color, younger is the person. Lighter the color, older is the person. Okay. And then this is the purchase amount on the left side. Okay. So this graph is another very useful. And now we will talk about the payment method. This is also very useful method because your stakeholder is also interested using which payment method most of the payments are done. Transactions, right? So they can offer the more like that transaction methods on their website. Okay, maybe they have offered the 4 transaction methods, but people are not using only 3 most of the time. Only 1% people are using the 4th payment method. So they can remove that, right? Less amount. So these firm decision they can take. Okay. So here payment method spend, we will group by payment method. Again, I'm telling you, this is very important. Okay. And then sum, we will sort the value in descending order. And then we will plot the graph here. So here I'm converting, actually there are a lot of information. So it was showing me in the logarithmic form. Actually, it was not clear. So I convert it into the linear to make for you more convenient so you can understand the values. Okay. So here we can see, look at this. This is the payment method. We have a cash on delivery, UPI, debit card, PayPal, credit card, and net banking. Okay. If you look at this, most of the people are using cash on delivery, right? Total, like you are spending this one based on your payment method, purchase amount is mostly using, they are paying cash on delivery. The second method they are using UPI actually. The least method is they are using net banking. Most of the time they are using credit card, PayPal, debit card, UPI. So it is giving the very clear picture to your stakeholder which payment method your your customers are using most of the time, right? These all information are very, very useful. Okay, so this is the another popular like your insight you can build using the e-commerce data platform. Even if you have any other e-commerce sales, Amazon sales data set, there might be also the payment method section column. You can apply the same strategy. Okay. Now I wanted to show you the here pie chart too if you are interested in that. This is good for that one, although I don't prefer too much the pie chart if there are multiple categories. But we have these categories, so it is showing you in the percentage. So it will give you the more clear picture. If you look at these, here it is showing you UPI 17%, 16.9%, 16.9%. Which one is cash on delivery? Okay, this is we are just using the payment method. This is a univariate. We are not looking at the here with the purchase amount. Above one was the with the purchase amount. Okay, comparison. Here this is a univariate distribution. If you look at it individually, which payment method is used most of the time, that is your UPI, then cash on delivery. Okay, and here we were just calculating based on the purchase amount too. Okay, but here in this case people are using cash on delivery. Okay, and what how much purchase amount they are using above here $400 or maybe $4 or 4 rupees. Okay, so this is about that one. And then now we will talk about the time series trend. This is also the another useful insight actually, very useful, because the stakeholder wanted to look over the time which purchase is done in which at which month, right? This is also the common, most common. So we will do it month, we will convert your transaction date into month or year, right? Because we want to, so you are using the date and time method to converting to using two period method to month, and I am going to convert it into string because I wanted to show it on the x-axis. Okay, and then monthly trends we will group by month, year, purchase amount. Okay, based on the purchase amount, and then we will do it here. Look at this. In 2023, third month, the trend was very high. The people are spending more money in this month. Okay. Then the trend is going down here. Look at this. In fifth month of the 2023, right? This means May month, right? And then it is showing you the downtrend. Then again in the June month, it is going up. Then it's a very huge fall down in the month of these. So it will give you your stakeholder the idea about the in which month sales are going fall down and what is the reason. He can look into this. People are spending less money, but rest are feeling okay, okay, but very trends are very up and down, right? If you want, you can change this month to the month name too by using here. You can look for the Python date and time method, and instead of showing only the month number, you can show the month name too. Okay. Now look at this graph. So here it is going to print your graph using the rolling average only on the sentimental score. Okay. So I have picked up the here sentimental score, the feature, the here this one. I have actually drawn this graph with the trend analysis, but I will make you understand. Sentimental score. So what is that? Like customer is a happy, average, okay, not okay, bad, that one. Like the your, how do you like the product? Okay, not okay, happy or not happy. Okay. So based on that score, we are showing the trend over the time. Look at this. Here we go. Over the month. In fourth month, we can say in fifth month, it is also showing the here. So this is a rolling average actually. A rolling average of your each day. Okay. So this is going, you are here, the transaction based on the rolling. So in this, like the rolling, we are using the window 100. This means it is going to pick up the last 100 customers sentimental score, whether they like it, not like it, or neutral. They are not like giving any feedback. So this is very, very useful, and it helps to understand based on the sentimental score or review content to the stakeholder if they are liking the delivery or not. Okay. Here, look at this one. So negative values at these below zero, this means negative, like the response, negative review. And the above this is the positive reviews. And it is showing you the here, this one for the each date of the past 100 customers. Okay. And then you can draw using the rolling your sentimental analysis or statement for the trend over the time. Very, very useful. And then if you want, I have added the optional graph too here with the adding the different colors. Look at this. This is more like a good to look for the color by score. Okay. If you want, you can draw this one too. Okay. Here, this is showing the lighter this color. This means negative feedback. This is a positive feedback from the your each data transaction, right? For the past 100 customers. This is the meaning of rolling average mean. Rolling means we are just looking at the micro, like the transactions, micro, like the sales transaction on each date of the month for the each customers. So that's why we have picked up the only the last 100 customers by default. Window size is 100. If you want to decrease, you can also decrease it. We can pick up, let's say you are interested only in the 51, then it will show you more clear trends too. Okay. It is taking some time. Look at this. Okay, so it will make a more clear vision. Okay, so this way you can increase and decrease the amount of the customers you want to look for the transaction scores, sentimental scores of each day of the month of the past customers, like past to present. So we can understand the trend, right? For each one instead of looking the all over the like the all years or the months. Okay, and then we will now work on the top 10 products and countries based on the spending money. Previously, we have just done the univariate all transactions from which country. We did not choose the top 10 countries. Okay, based on the spending money. It will help us to tell which country is spending more of the money, right? So here, this is what you need to do. You can set any K value. If you are interested to look for only top 5, you can say K is equals to 5. This is you need to make actually custom like the method. Top K countries, how country purchase amount, and then we are spending it top 10 products on which product they are spending more money. Okay, so here it is showing me the France is spending more money. Okay, so this is a more money like the spending by the France, and the least money is spending by the UK. And if you look at this, the sports is the category which on which the people are spending more money. So this is the biggest like the information for your stakeholders. So this means they can increase the sport products more for which country which is spending more time like the spending money, right, from the France. So this is also you can do that. This is very useful information, right? Now we will start with the actually sentimental analysis. I wanted to just, we will look for the, here one more thing. So look at this. So here we have now sentimental analysis, the review content, review length, sentimental score, and you have a these data too. Okay, so we have a high value purchase too. So we are going to work on these two now. Okay, now here we will go back and come here. Okay, so we will now work. For this one, you need to import the word cloud. This is from your Python library. We will import the package word cloud, import word cloud, and then I'm creating, actually, I'm labeling my sentimental score based on the threshold value of the score. If a sentimental score value is above 3, then it should say customer is happy. If it is less than or -3, unhappy, and else it's a neutral. Okay, so this is, I have divided it. You can also create a custom function. You can change these words if you want, whatever you want to keep. This is for our graph, so the stakeholder can understand the graph clearly. So here we have a sentimental label, sentimental score. We will apply this method, and then we will plot the count plot. Now look at this: unhappy, happy, sentimental, or neutral. So here we can see the happy customers are above the unhappy, and neutral, the count of neutral are less, but mostly the unhappy and happy customers are almost equal level, right? So on this, if you want, you can do the more deep analysis. You can just like do the rolling mean on this too. Okay, and you can choose bring out the products too. What are the product list where you have the unhappy customers. Okay, this is the, I'm telling you just a more deeper level. I'm just giving you the ideas. If you need my help, just drop a comment. Okay, so this graph is also very useful. Now we will do the sentimental score distribution based on the category. It was based on your the reviews. Now this is based on the category. Now look at this. This is green color unhappy, orange is happy, this is neutral. So clothing. Clothing has the happy and happy equal, but neutral is okay. And if you look at this, this one, more happy customers is with the sports. Even we have look about the people are spending more money, right? Even if we check out the country too, based on the if we were looking at the based on the category, how much maximum money spent on what product? Sports. Here you can see in this graph too, more customers are more happy with the sports category, and it is also giving you the idea for the other one too. This is another very beautiful, and the count also showing on the x-axis. On the left side it is showing the product category. Okay, so this is another useful insight. And now we will check the just review length of the distribution of your number of word count. So this means your customer, some of the customers is giving you the feedback with the maximum 7 words. This is just for your backend understanding. This is not for the your stakeholder. They are not interested in that. But it is just for your understanding at the backend. If you are interested to look for the how much words maximum the people are using. Maximum you can see they are using 4 to 5 words. Okay, and then count, this is the your next one, count of positive versus negative reviews. We are just EDA containing how many positive, because we have this column, right? Straightforward, so we can count it. Look at this, the contain the positive keywords, it has the highest count. What is the count of that? Around 20,000. It also give you the idea, you have a this much feedback, right, where people are using the positive feedback. And the count of negative keywords between 15,000 to 16,000. Okay, now this is the last and most important your analysis too. This is the high value purchase versus sentimental. Okay, in this, which people are purchasing the how many people are purchasing the most expensive thing, high like the high value purchase, like $1,000, 1,000 rupees, and the regular one, because over records contains this maximum value. Okay, so here we have the high value, regular value. This is a box plot I have plotted. So here this is the sentimental score. This means around 74% people are spending the money on the high value purchase, and the regular purchase is between 50 to 75, right? This is the one. Okay, here. So this seems to be almost look same. You can try with the other graph too, but here you can make the differentiate based on the your sentimental score, high purchase and low like your regular purchase. This means people are happy, right? The sentimental score, if it is going above 0, this means people are happy. But there are some other people too, they are not happy with the high value purchase your product. Okay, and here they are also on the regular prices also, the some people are not happy with the regular prices product too. This means you now need to your stakeholder focus on what are those regular prices product where the customers are not happy, so they can work on that brand and product too. Okay, so here this was the all about over like the e-commerce sales transaction data analysis. I will try to make the same using same data set in the Tableau too, so you can have the better understanding more. And I have you can watch my Tableau playlist series too, where I'm showing you the beautiful insights, and you can learn the Tableau too along with your Python analysis too. If you are a beginner and you want to become take the entry in AI as a data analyst, then data analysis using Python plus the Tableau tool is the best combination. It will boost your resume, this skill. Okay, and thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video, hit the like button and also share it, and please subscribe my channel if you are new to my channel. Thank you.